Hello everybody and welcome to Pathfinder Kingmaker! The fan is on, it is hot, I'm sorry, it is very hot. So I'm gonna have the fan on. Also, this is D&D, it might be kind of boring to some of you guys, but we're gonna move on with our lives and we're gonna get into it. Let's play this. Now I have agonized over this. I've tried to make Rawl so many times. Rawl is the character I chose to play for recording. I did it like 1,000,001 times. And I'm still not terribly happy with it because I can't make Rawl really the way I want him to in this game. Because the thing about Rawl is that he's supposed to be a dragonkin. And not like Pathfinder Dragonkin, where he's like a half dragon, or like a normal D&D Dragonkin. He's mostly dragon. And in fact, like, there's just no good way to do that, even in normal D&D. So I had to like heavily homebrew his class and race and stuff. I just can't do that here, so whatever. Rawl's supposed to be a cleric. He's also supposed to be very much like not into fighting. But that's just not possible in this game. So, like, I was going to have him just be a cleric anyway, but it turns out that the only kind of cleric that I really like is a cleric of Sorcerer, and that exists in the game already as another player. And to be honest, I don't really like any of the like NPCs anyway. So, I wasn't going to... Can I... So I just wasn't going to make him like a cleric of Sorcerer, because he's supposed to be a cleric of Bahamut, and that's a totally different thing that I just cannot do here. But I still wanted him to be a cleric, but I also wanted him to have access to all of his dragon stuff. So there is something called a dragon-blooded sorcerer in this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half and half. I'm going to do half sorcerer, half cleric. But the thing is that Dragon-blooded sorcerers only get really good later on, and clerics, like, let's just face it, they're not good at fighting ever. So, I mean, we're just gonna have to deal with that. I did get a mod that expands the max level, so at least someday I'll be able to have Rawl the way that I like him. But it's not anytime soon. We're gonna make ourselves a dragon-blooded sorcerer to start with, and then when we level up, we're gonna get ourselves a level in cleric, and we're just gonna go back and forth. I think that's the best thing I can come up with. It doesn't make me happy, and it's probably not gonna be good, but I don't care. It's the closest thing I can get. So here we go. We're gonna start off with dragon-blooded sorcerer. We are an ASMR instead of a Dragonkin, but we're Muse Touch, so we get a bonus with our Dexterity and Charisma, and our Persuasion and Mobility checks. And we are Silver Bloodlined. Boop. And do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Now, Rawl, he is supposed to be, like, naive to the world. He was raised by his dragon family way off where silver dragons are raised. Like, I think dragons are raised on like a mountainous isle. Like, they are off in the middle of nowhere. And he's like, I'm gonna go on an adventure, and I'm gonna make some friends, we're gonna go off. And so he doesn't have a lot of intelligence, but he has a good amount of wisdom, he's got a good amount of charisma, and he's got an okay amount of strength. Not a ton of strength. But we're gonna go with that. Let's add some more points in here, though. Let's add in some con. We do want some con. I did also install another mod that allows me to cheat somewhat. But I'm going to try to use that just as little as physically possible. Because because I don't want to cheat. I don't find that fun. I don't think that it's like it's interesting to cheat in D&D. I'm just gonna get that a point in there for the future, even though blah. But there are just a few little things about this game that I just don't like. So we'll get it figured out. We'll grab toughness and spell protection. Boop. Then burning hands and magic missile. Boop. I'm not gonna have him have any of these voices because blah. And born on Christmas. Even though I know that that's not. I don't believe that's Christmas in normal Pathfinder rules, but bam. There we go. I don't like it. It's not what Rawl is supposed to be or who he's supposed to be, but we will get there in the future. Swear to God. Driving me up the wall. Now again, because this is D&D, there's a lot of story, there's NPCs talking, I'm going to let them talk. And I've actually gotten rid of myself.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Yeah, that's the reason why you don't see me on the screen, because the game kind of uses the screen fairly effectively. There's just no good place for me to put myself. I mean, I guess I could put myself in the top right, but like even then you'll still be missing out on stuff. So, know me.
Where are they? This is taking forever. They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
They're the things that you walk into when you go into buildings. You open the Aldori. Ha 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 ha. That's wrong.
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
That's nice of them.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming!
Yeah, no, when we get to the part where I can actually make Rawl's canon party, I'm going to do that. Nothing against these NPCs, but I like my
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Salimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
They can say things like Yosef Salimius, but they can't say Sword Lord.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
The mayor, a middle-aged man with bushy sideburns and a monocle, wears a beaming smile. I'm going to be reading the silver text after people talk, even though it comes before most of the time. That's just kind of what I got to do with the voice acting.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the stolen lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
Why not just recognize the Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
The Sword Lord's gaze is chilling as she responds. Let's see, there's a whole team of us. Who exactly received the Baron's title? You're helping us find a barony. Generosity. What rewards can we expect? None of these are really raw. I think I'm sort of done with this. I'm going to be role-playing as raw as much as I possibly can, at least in the dialogue options. So...
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Yay!
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go! And return in triumph.
Okay. We're gonna go be heroes.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this Stag Lord a lesson?
We sure will. Just wait, we got plenty of great feats in store.
I have no doubt. Kind of related, I wanted to ask you something.
What's up?
How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Lindsay blushes a little. Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain.
Okay.
You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
I don't know.
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady. Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio. No way.
Not a bad plan. It's settled then. I'll accomplish the feats, and you'll write them down.
Deal.
Yay.
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Bye-bye. What a nice tiny lady. Alright, so let's look at this stuff here. We got our light halo. Asmars does the ability to manifest halos. They create a light centered on their head at will. While using a halo, they gain a +2 circumstance bonus to saving throws or becoming blinded and dazzled. It's a little obnoxious to have this thing on your head, but there's really no reason not to, especially since it gives you light. The only thing is that, well, one, it's pretentious as hell. Two, Rahl isn't a cleric. Rahl isn't an Asmar, so he's not supposed to have that. and three, it's not useful when you're sneaking, but honestly, this game sucks at sneaking. So, But I still don't think I want to have it on. Glitter dust, which is just so you guys know, there's two different ways that combat works, and it's decided with this button right here. There's turn-based mode, and then there's action mode. Action mode, like, it defaults you to action mode at the beginning, and it's faster, but to be honest, it sort of sucks. Especially when it comes to playing it like D&D. The turn-based one literally turns it into D&D. It's just a lot slower. But I prefer it because in action mode you have to deal with AI teammates, and that's really blecky. So I'm gonna have it be slow. I'm sorry if that's annoying for people, but it's just so much better not to have to deal with the AI. Lindsay bursts into your room. She looks scared. Her face is smeared with soot, and she holds a weapon in her hands. What? What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help.
Uh-oh.
Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Oh, no! Ah! As if to lend credence to Lindsay's words, a scream echoes from the hallway. Wait, shouldn't we stick together? Okay. You're not going anywhere. Combat, blah. Yeah! Alright, so Raw, again, is supposed to be, you know, non-confrontational. But there is really no way to do it in this game. So, whatever. I also don't really like him using a bow. I'm probably going to get him a sword later, if I can. If he doesn't already have one. He's got a dagger, blah. But I'll get him a sword later. But I don't even really like him having a sword, if I'm totally honest. That's why I sort of went with Monk the first time I tried to make this, and it didn't go well. But, you know, we'll just make do with what we can do, you know? So... Silver dragons are all about ice and frost, so it's nice that we start off with Ray of Frost. That's probably what he's doing a lot. Uh-oh. Oh no! No, don't hit me! There's really nothing I can do here that will be good, so I'm going to instead flamey hands! Kind of a waste to only use it on one guy, but whatever. No! Stop! There we go. I'm sorry I had to kill you. You didn't leave me a choice. I'm so sorry. Loot. Chain shirt, dagger. No, I don't want any of that. Say a prayer for the dude. Hi, Lindsay. You left me in there. Dozens are already here already. Follow me quickly. They've got someone. We have to help. Look, they're running. Get them. What shall I do with this one? We'll finish him later. He won't get away. Alright, combat time. Ray up. There. Ray of Frost. Ah! Like that. Oh! Ooh, nice shot. Let me explain how the dice rolls work in this game so that you guys can better understand what that means, because they don't really explain it very well. So down here is the like the damage it's the chat basically. It keeps track of everything. So when he attacked me, it said like, what was it, like 3 of 5 or 15 or something? So basically what it means is that what they do is they take my armor class. They start with 20. So it's like you roll a 1d20, right? And for every attack modifier he's got, it reduces that 20 down versus my chance to hit. Versus the chance to hit. So, for example, if I were to attack this guy with Ray of Frost, let's see what the numbers are. Ah! And he did 1 damage to me. And it was a massive clusterfuck of thing. Okay, that's not really helpful. But if we see here, Raw Golem attacks the assassin with the Ray of Frost. Miss, attack result 5. Roll was 3 plus 2, which is 5. His armor class is a 7. So it was very close to hitting. So theoretically, what that would have been was I rolled. It wasn't a critical miss, so it would be. It would be like a 5v7, something like that. Let's see, when she attacks, 1v7. So yeah, his AC is 7. My AC is 15. He rolled a 15 versus that 15. So does that make sense? One is AC, one is like the thing.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
The thing is, once it gets over 20, they start pressing down the numbers. So, even if your attack is like plus 13 and you hit, it'll say like 3v7, even though his AC is like, I guess in that instance it would be like 27, and you rolled a 23, so it was 3v7. I think. I'm not entirely sure if I'm totally honest, but that's what it seems to be. Anyway.
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Lands.
Yay!
Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
The gnome looks back at Lindsay and starts whispering as he takes the ring off his finger, handing it to you. Why did you say speaking of dummies when you did that, though? Look at this present. I like presents. Presents are good. Yay! I'm not going to put it on, though, because even though my AC is only 12, there's something really fishy about it. Why'd he call me a dummy? I don't like that he called me a dummy. Also, I will remind everybody that I've done this multiple times. Like a lot of times. I done this tutorial way too much. Trying to get Rawl exactly the way I wanted him to. And it just wouldn't go. Ooh, a book. I'm gonna save reading books. Because, to be honest, now is not the time. I'll read books when it's time. Yeah. Ooh, more bandits! They killed that guy! Oh, God. I'm gonna have him move up. And flamey hands. Nice.
Can we retreat now?
Oh no, we can't help him. If I were a cleric, I could heal you, but I'm not. I'm sorry.
Serves you right.
Protect me, now!
Move up. And flamey hands. Wow, my flamey hands are a lot weaker than his flamey hands.
Leave this one to this was not supposed to happen.
Ow, Jesus.
You deserved it.
Oh, come on!
Yeah!
Ouch.
This is not supposed to happen.
Alright, so when guys fall down, they're not dead. They don't become, quote-unquote, bloodied until they've reached -10. And then they have to do that twice in order to die. So they have to be bloodied and then die. In order for them to be dead. Let's see, any of this cool? Just more daggers. Blah, daggers. Blah, the daggers, I say. But I got a bunch of health potions, which is nice. I wonder if I should go ahead and just equip an ever-burning torch. Like, just have that be my weapon for a while. I don't know, it seems a little... meh. Maybe I'll just... At least until I can get myself a nice sword. Great, let's move on. I can't believe it. That could have been us. Well, their adventures have certainly come to an end. Oh no, is everyone dead? Pathetic. They couldn't even defend themselves, but they thought they could take the... They thought they could conquer the Stolen Lands. Stuff. Oh, quick, body. Roll would not be okay with any of this, by the way. But, you know, you gotta loot to survive. I tried doing all this without looting any corpses, and boy, was that difficult. Possible, but not something I want to do again. Because, you know, I wanted to go, like, high roleplay, but, like, Roll wouldn't be okay with looting corpses. Like, unless it was really important. That's just not a nice thing to do.
Blood for Gorum!
Blood for Gorum!
It's the end for you rats!
But, you know. We gotta help! Wow. Alright, so you see that when I attacked him, it was versus 7, but when she attacked, it was versus 2. And the reason is because she got an attack roll of 20 versus 2. Because her attack bonus is +5. So it subtracted her attack bonus from the armor class to calculate chance of hit. So my attack bonus is +0. Actually, it looks like it's -2, but... So actually it would have been a 9, which it might have been. So that, again, it's more complicated
Any
than I
last
think it
wishes?
really needs to be, but it makes sense if you look at it and think about it.
Just die already!
9 is versus 9 because it's -2.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
The barbarian's face is distorted with rage. She grinds her teeth and sweat drips from her forehead. Noticing Tortuccio, she swings her sword but stops just in time.
Blood for Gorum!
Amiri takes a deep breath and barks out, "Blood for Gorum!" Swinging her bloody sword, she runs toward the sound of battle.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
I mean, I thought she was nice. I mean, I don't really appreciate the whole lopping head off thing either, but, you know, she's nice. There they are, the assassins! This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly mug, get them! What in hell's name is that? Wow. You totally squished that dude. Look at this poor dude who got squished. Poor dude. Big potion. Stuff. Oh, I can't actually wield swords. Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, whatever. I'll take this here. Are these swords worth anything? Not really. That's why I haven't been picking up equipment, by the way, is because they're not worth much. Like, 1 gold, 1 gold. It's not worth it for their weight, and there is weight in this game. I don't know if I want to leave that as it is, because it is sort of, like, you know, it's not terrible. It just means that you can't have a party of squishies. If I was going to have a party of squishies, then, like, if I was going to keep this party forever, then maybe I would, like, turn off the weight thing, which I would have to use my cheating for, which I don't want to do. The gate is securely locked. Right,
Anything else?
Oh no, more people! But it's fine. My melee weapon is mostly just to, like, deal with people who get too close, so it's whatever.
This is where I step in.
Yeah! You're like this guy. Ow! Jesus Christ, a critical hit? Ow! Damn. That's alright. I'm just down, I'm not out. I can get healed and get back up.
Yes.
There we go. And that's why I killed the dude, by the way, because if you try to get up, that's an attack of opportunity. Of course, now he can shoot me again. Ow. I don't like that they realize that you're back alive when you're on the ground like that, but it's whatever. Throw, and then drink a potion as a free action. Crap. Let me just... There we go. Oh, I can't do that, because it requires a swift action, not a free action. And I stood up. That's a...
Time to get my hands dirty again!
God, only 1 damage? Boo.
Serves you right.
There we go. That was risky. I should have healed myself instead, but I didn't. Because I'm a dumbass. A doofus. Those levels in Cleric can't come soon enough. An armory. I'm sure Shamandi wouldn't mind if we borrowed some weapons. Now, normally Rawl, again, would not be into that, but you have to for the story.
Applause, please.
I tried going around it, you can't. The door to move forward is locked by a key that you get in this room. Let's see if there's anything in here that Rawl can actually use. Masterwork light mace. It's nice, but branded mail. There's that key that we need. And a shield. What am I wielding right now? It's a heavy mace, isn't it? Yeah, heavy mace, 1d8. Versus a masterwork light mace, which is only a 1d6. But it does allow for finesse wielding. How is my strength versus dex? My dex is better. Yeah. Finesse wielding. So let's see. Yep, +2. Attack +2. Because it's using my dex instead of my strength.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
Tartuccio looks at the chest on the table and rubs his hands together.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Stealing from a sword lord in our own mansion? She'd have our heads.
How would she know it was us and not the assassins? Unless someone planned on telling her.
The gnome throws a sideways glance at Lindsay.
Don't drag me into this. You do what you want, but I'm not taking a single coin.
I'm not doing that. I feel bad enough that we're in here to begin with.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
The pale elf looks eerie in the semi-darkness, like a ghost given flesh.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
Tartuccio eyes Jathal suspiciously.
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
Ooh, spooky, scary.
What do you mean, undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
Vampires!
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Jathal looks at Lindsay as though at an annoying fly. And now we have a zombo in our party, yay!
Anything is possible. Adventures call to them. Applause, please. I see something.
She's got high trickery, so she can deal with this.
Anything else? Would you look at that? Applause, please.
That's worth money at least. Alright, anything cool on you? Well, some scrolls. What are you dallying for? I'm telling you, Jamandi's cache has to be here somewhere. Well, hurry up before... Stop! Someone's coming! Ow.
Out of my way!
Dang. I don't really like being in the front like this. I'm very squishy and I don't appreciate it. Alright, I gotta punch this guy because he's too close.
Yes.
Unworthy.
Oh, nice. Right now we are a party of squishies and I don't like it.
Leave this one to me.
Dang it. Dang it.
You deserved it.
Whoa! Jesus! What did they say about the catch? Curious. So yeah, if crits kill people in this game, they explode. That's kind of interesting. Alright, let's find this cache. Boop.
What troubles you?
Alright, this puzzle
And
always
Lindsay
takes
was
me
called
a hot
for.
minute to like figure out, so you know, sorry. This is gonna take me a minute.
I wrote it
This
like I
puzzle is
saw
a
it.
little woof.
Just letting the ink dry.
Let's see. What if we did like the obvious thing and just did
Adventures call to them.
And ah, nope. Oh well.
What troubles you? Anything is possible.
Ah, there we go. I have no idea how that happened, but I did it. I got all the swords standing up, I guess. I don't know. That, and all this stuff that's just worth money. Anything else? Oh, there's a hidden treasure right there. Yay. Alright, I think that's everything. Whew. That was dumb. This is it, my time is come. Oh, Grotus, take my soul. Alright.
Any last wishes?
Oh no, I didn't turn on. Oh, damn it. I'm stupid. Stupid and dumb. I'm dumb and stupid and dumb and stupid. And dumb and stupid. Dumb. And dumb and stupid. Stupid and stupid. And dumb.
Just die already!
Dumb. Can't believe I did that. I always do that.
They dare to attack me?
I always forget.
Wretched things.
Turn autocast back on. He's just a stupid ass sorcerer going into melee.
This
range
is where I step in.
for no reason. Getting myself killed like a moron. Cause I'm dumb and stupid.
Despicable.
Wow, I'm getting low rolls.
Serves you right.
Jesus. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm on the fucking ground. Here, can we move slightly so that she's not gonna be... Oh, excuse me. Ugh.
Advance!
You deserved it.
There we go. Alright. I can't believe I did that.
Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
The tiefling girl you saw at the reception before the attack stops nearby and waves her tail with excitement.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
I don't think we've met.
I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of Lady Jamandi. But unlike the others, I never dropped my guard, day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
The girl gives you a mocking half-bow. There are assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
The tiefling salutes you and runs ahead nimbly. Alright. I feel like such a moron.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
A dwarf is lying on the ground staring into the sky. He doesn't seem to have any severe wounds, but his trembling whisper is weak, as though he were at death's door. Aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself, you barely got a scratch.
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right.
The dwarf lifts his head and inspects his body carefully, then tries to move his hands and feet.
It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
The dwarf grunts as he regains his feet and warily looks at his blood-stained armor. Yay! I hate Kareem. Dumb. Oh yeah, the formation. This formation sucks. Donkey. Player, a sorcerer in the front lines, a ranger in the front lines. No. All this is bad. I mean, we are all squish. So, like, all of this is bad. But, like, this is super bad. Let's, put him in the front. Because even though he's a cleric with a shield and a flail. Put her in the front. Because he's an inquisitor with, like, an evil paladin. Not a death knight, which is what I wanted to make, like an anti-paladin. I think that would be cool, but that's not in the game. And the inquisitor's in the game. That's the fuck ever. There, have that for me.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere.
The stout man's unshaven face is covered with scars. There's blood on his armor, but he doesn't even seem to notice his wounds as he confidently gives orders to the guards.
Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Do you need help with that fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here. Those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Where's the hall?
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
Testing points for the burning building. Oh, good. I'll go immediately.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
The tiefling girl starts off and dashes through the fire.
May Abadar keep you safe.
Alright, here we go. Through the fire and the flames we carry on. Ooh, illustrated book episodes. Yeah, this happens. And so our adventure started, earlier and much more tragic than we'd expected. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Ral Galum, and not at all by that scoundrel Tertuccio, no matter what he might have imagined for himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside, because he said to not inhale the smoke. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with but one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs, and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Ral Galum led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tertuccio did nothing useful at all. We'd made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I had been stunned by her beauty, but now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She'd held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed by us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tertuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Ral Galum... Alright, my athletics sucks, but I've got to rush in and save the guards from the fire. Come on. I'm definitely going to fail it. Here we go, fingers crossed. Failed, of course. Saving the poor fellows was harder than it seemed. We inhaled a lot of smoke and burned ourselves more than once before managing to pull them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wet with sweat from her face. "Thank you, that was truly noble of you," she said. "And now, let us rush to Lady Eldori's aid. Ensuring the guards were rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall where the battle was already in full swing. Ow. We are fatigued. And we are hurt. What are your characters are fatigued? Blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Valerie. I owe you my life. If I ever get my hands on that arsonist. I thought I was a goner. Alright, now we mess with this again because she obviously goes in the front. Uncollected loot. When you leave location, you can review uncollected loot. Do I want to have any of this? I guess I'll take that. I'm not going to take any of this, though. Oh, okay. Alright, we're almost there. I know it's like an hour. But I really, really wanted to get through this tutorial bit. Plus, I mean, it's D&D. These episodes are probably going to be long. Reinforcements are on their way. Say your prayers, scum. The help has arrived. Quick, we have to save Lady Jamandi. Hey! Don't let them through. Jamandi dies tonight.
No, hey.
Serves you right.
Patricium Turinos.
Leave this one to me.
Unworthy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so many of them. There's so many of them. Oh no, I'm in melee range. That's I gotta hit him. At least I didn't run into him like a moron. God, and it's still really annoying.
Let us rise as one!
Repent!
You deserved it.
There's apparently a large earth elemental right there, but I can't see him. I don't know if he's invisible.
Just die already!
Or if that texture is just broken.
Wretched things.
Can we please get out from behind these stupid pillars? God, that's annoying.
This was not supposed to happen.
Mercutio. Alright, I am not falling from that. Wow, alright. That's right. Oh no, she's feared. Oh, she's just shaking. Okay. Here. And we'll start our bardic performance. Inspire courage. Could have done that from the start. Hey, Amiri's here. Come to just wreck house. Ah, she missed. Oh, come on. How is that not attack of opportunity?
Do not falter!
Your life ebbs low.
Oh, dang. Flail in the back of the head.
No.
Oh, come on. That should have been an attack of opportunity, too. Oh, now she's frightened. Oh, boo.
Any last wishes?
Nice.
Despicable!
Yes. We're doing it, guys. We're doing the thing. price. It's gonna be for a long time, isn't it? Oh no, it's just for another round. Okay.
What a waste.
No! He enfeebled me. I have been enfeebled.
This is where I step in.
Feeble, 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 feeble. Oh no, Tortucci's on the
Advance!
ground. If only you were out, it would be so helpful. Not. Ow. Well, at least he's dead. Ow! Dang. Got.
Onwards!
I got ouched.
Become as dust.
Ouch.
Serves you right.
Really makes you want to make a barbarian.
Unworthy.
And I did. I made a barbarian. I made Rend Blood Spatter and it didn't save. It's really fun too. Not gonna lie, being a barbarian is pretty fun in the early game. I don't know how it goes in the late game. I mean, we all know how fighters work. Yeah.
Stay behind me!
See, I don't get it. Why was one of those an attack of opportunity, not the other one? Weird. Especially since she's wielding a scythe. Scythe should have natural reach. There's no reason why
You
they both
deserved
couldn't
it.
hit her. Or why they both couldn't hit it. Dumb and stupid. Yay! Doodly-doo, bam, 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 there it is.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger, and that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
As Jamandi catches her breath, she looks over the trashed banquet hall and salutes the survivors.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
Show your hands. What ring? What are you talking about?
Lady Aldori, I saw it with my own eyes. The ring must be in his pocket. Search him and I'm sure...
Enough, Tartuccio. I'm still the one giving orders here. We won't be searching anyone. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
Wow, how rude.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
The tiefling is obviously embarrassed.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy, and the mug of a spy!
And the hair of a spy, and the name of a spy, and the shoes of a spy.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Let's see. Lawful neutral, chaotic neutral. Obviously, I'm lawful good, so I gotta do this. Forgive me, I trespassed. In my defense, we were in the middle of a battle and in dire need of weapons. I basically have to crit fail in order to fail it.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
I hate Harim.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
People were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by?
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Wow!
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
Valerie bows respectfully to the Sword Lord.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
I hate Harim.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
I like that whenever there's like a different color thing, you can look at it. Jaethal considered the thoughts you shared in your conversation with Jamandi and found too much pointless kindness. She was unimpressed.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navacta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Hooray!
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution.
Sure.
While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patax. But you should know that it isn't just Patax we need to worry about. The royal house of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
That is not a long time to establish a barony.
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Woo, victorious! Yay! Alright, it's finally time to start our adventure. G-Bus right.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
Alright, and we will end it here. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody. Holy crap. Expect more long episodes. Like, it's D&D. What are you gonna do? Goodbye.